The studio of The View was buzzing louder than usual. The audience clapped enthusiastically as Jelly Roll walked onto the stage. Dressed casually in black jeans and a hoodie, tattoos visible, he waved shyly, placing a hand over his heart in appreciation. The co-hosts smiled politely as he took his seat. Joy Behar leaned forward immediately, curiosity sharp in her eyes. "Jelly Roll," she began. "You've had an incredible rise, from a troubled past to chart-topping success. America loves a redemption story." Jelly Roll nodded. "I'm grateful every day," he said calmly. "I didn't get here alone." The conversation started smoothly. They talked about music, recovery, faith, and second chances. Jelly Roll spoke openly about addiction, prison visits, and how music saved his life. The audience listened intently, some nodding, some emotional. Then Joy shifted the tone. "But," she said, tilting her head, "some critics say your message leans too heavily on personal responsibility instead of addressing systemic issues. Do you worry that your story oversimplifies struggle?" The air changed. Jelly Roll paused, choosing his words carefully. "I tell my truth," he replied. "I don't claim it's everyone's truth." Joy smiled, but it was tight. "Still," she continued, "don't you think focusing on personal choice can sound dismissive to people who didn't get the same opportunities?" A few audience members murmured. Jelly Roll adjusted in his chair. "I don't dismiss anyone," he said. "I just don't lie about what saved me." Joy crossed her arms slightly. But what if that message unintentionally blames people for circumstances they didn't choose? The warmth in Jelly Roll's expression faded. He glanced briefly at the audience, then back at Joy. "I grew up surrounded by excuses," he said slowly, "and they buried a lot of people I loved." The room went quiet. One of the co-hosts tried to jump in, but Joy held up a hand. "So are you saying people just need to try harder?" she pressed. Jelly Roll's jaw tightened. "No," he said firmly. "I'm saying hope starts where honesty begins." The tension was unmistakable now. The smiles were gone. The cameras kept rolling, and everyone could feel it. This wasn't going to stay polite. Joy leaned forward, voice sharper now. "But isn't that a convenient narrative?" she asked. "The idea that if you succeed, others must have failed themselves?" The audience gasped softly. Jelly Roll inhaled deeply. "That's not what I said," he replied. "And twisting it like that is unfair." Joy shrugged. "I'm just challenging the message," she said. "That's my job." Jelly Roll nodded once. "And it's my job to defend my truth," he said. The co-hosts shifted uncomfortably. Producers exchanged looks behind the cameras. Joy wasn't backing down. "You're celebrated as a voice for the working class," she said. "But some feel your success story lets society off the hook." That was the spark. Jelly Roll leaned forward, elbows on his knees. "Let me be real with you," he said, voice rising. "Nobody let me off the hook. I paid for my mistakes, jail, funerals, regret." The audience was silent. "I buried friends before I buried my excuses," he continued. "And if I don't say that out loud, I dishonor them." Joy opened her mouth to respond, but Jelly Roll raised a hand, not aggressive, but firm. "You don't get to tell me my story is dangerous," he said. "What's dangerous is telling people they're powerless." Joy's expression hardened. "So now you're accusing me of that?" she asked. "I'm saying words matter," Jelly Roll replied. "And so does responsibility." Joy shook her head. "That sounds like moralizing pain," she said. Jelly Roll stood up. The audience erupted in shocked murmurs. "I came here to talk about music and healing," he said, voice steady but intense. "Not to have my scars turned into talking points." Joy stood as well. "No one attacked you," she insisted. "This is a debate." Jelly Roll picked up his jacket. "A debate requires respect," he said. "And I don't feel it right now." The band stayed silent. The co-host froze. "I respect this show," Jelly Roll added, turning toward the audience. "And I respect conversation. But I won't sit here and have my survival questioned." He nodded once. "Y'all take care." And with that, he walked off the stage. The cameras lingered. Joy stood motionless, stunned. Finally, she turned toward the camera. "Well," she said sharply, "that escalated?" But everyone watching knew this moment would echo far beyond the studio. Within minutes, clips flooded social media. Jelly Roll Shuts Down the View trended worldwide. Fans praised his authenticity, calling him a real voice and the honesty people need. Critics accused him of defensiveness and refusing nuance. Joy addressed the incident later that week. "This was never personal," she said on air. "We challenge guests. That's what we do." Her tone was firm, unapologetic. Jelly Roll, meanwhile, posted a quiet message online. "I don't regret standing up for my story. Healing doesn't come from being talked over. No names, no insults, just a boundary." The debate exploded across podcasts, panels, and opinion columns. Was Jelly Roll courageous or combative? Was Joy probing or dismissive? But beneath the noise, something deeper had surfaced. A clash between lived experience and ideological framing, between pain survived and pain analyzed. Weeks later, Jelly Roll addressed the moment at a concert. "I don't have the answers," he told the crowd. "I just know what saved my life, and I'll never apologize for that." The crowd roared, not in anger, but in recognition. Because sometimes the fiercest confrontations aren't about winning arguments. They're about defending the truth that kept you alive. And when that truth is challenged, walking away can be the loudest statement of all.